Tonight, the fate of National Guard troops from Texas and other states is in limbo here in the state of Illinois. A federal judge yesterday blocked them from being deployed to Broadview and to Chicago. So what happens to them now? Our Charlie Wojciechowski was in court yesterday for the arguments. You were there all day, Dirksen. You join us now. What could happen next, Charlie?
A lot could happen in this 2-week period here. It's unlikely they'll just pack their bags and go home, these National Guardsmen. But there are already appeals pending in this case, and a lot of money's been spent setting up that temporary housing for the soldiers outside of Joliet. So for now, we'll wait for the outcome of those appeals, but the case itself has raised many issues nationally about the constitutionality of the president's actions and about the safety of the people caught in the crossfire of what has become a heated debate. Even before issuing her ruling Thursday, federal judge April Perry said she was aware of the implications it might have to her personal safety. I don't think there's a single public servant, really, who is not being subject to threats, she told the court. Mine started about 10 minutes after I got this case. The temporary restraining order itself is short, only 2 pages, but it does block the administration from ordering the federalization and deployment of the National Guard of the United States within Illinois. In court, Perry made her reasoning clear, noting what she said was a disconnect between the seriousness of the incidents of violence cited by Homeland Security and what she was seeing in the cases before other courts in the Dirksen Federal Building. In the last 48 hours, in 4 separate, unrelated legal decisions from different neutral parties, they all cast significant doubt on DHS's assessment of what is happening on the streets of Chicago, Perry said. She also said the events do not fit the definition of rebellion that have been offered by the defense. I have found no credible evidence that there is a danger of rebellion in the state of Illinois, Perry said. Her final conclusion: allowing troops to come to Chicago will only add fuel to the fire that the defendants themselves have started. That leaves open the question of what will happen to the hundreds of National Guard soldiers already here in Illinois who are stationed at the U.S. Army Reserve Center in Elwood. This morning, Governor J.B. Pritzker offered this suggestion for the Texas National Guard.
I hope the Texas National Guard will take off their uniforms and enjoy the amenities that we have, but otherwise they should head back to Texas, and hopefully Governor Abbott will have learned something.
The Department of Justice has already filed an appeal that it will file against that TRO, which remains in place for the next 2 weeks. A request to stay the enforcement of the TRO pending an appeal has been denied.
So, Charlie, what happens after that? What's next?
Well, a lot of things can happen here. The state of Illinois and Chicago are seeking a permanent injunction in this case. There'd have to be a trial for that to go into effect. But for now, Judge Perry has scheduled a telephone hearing for 9 a.m. on Tuesday, October 22nd, to see if the TRO she issued should be extended for another 14 days. And only after that will that trial process start for a permanent injunction here.
Makes sense. And we know you'll be all over it. Thanks so much, Charlie.